Good evening. I welcome you all to today's lesson. So we are starting bearings. This is the new topic that we are starting. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, let's make sure we subscribe. This is my official channel. So let's make sure we subscribe. So I'm going to make bearing very simple so that everyone can try to understand and get the necessary concept. Like I always tell you that I don't teach people to know this particular question, but I make sure that we are able to answer every question that we get to encounter. So we'll go through some questions together and see how we can solve them. So even as we start, we've got this is the first question. So maybe if you don't know anything about bearings, don't worry. I'm going to explain. Everything will be made simple to you. I'm going to explain even as we move. So we are going to start with this question. So in this question, we are told that the question is saying, this is the question, calculate the bearing of. So we want to calculate the bearing of B from A. This is how the question is. So the first thing that you need to consider when we are talking about bearings, you need to come up with the what? You need to come up with the north poles. So in the question, it is B and A. So you need to go at B, you put a north pole, straight one like this. You do this. This is your north pole. You move, you go to A. So your A is here. So it is, since I want to put a north pole, so I'm going to do this. So it will be like this. I'm going to put it like this. Then I know that this is my what? This is my point A. This is how it is. So before you answer this question, before we answer it, what we need to understand is that what we are given this angle here. This is the angle that we are given. So first of all, we interpret this bearing. So they are saying that we find B from A. Have you seen? So you go at A. Where is your A? Your A is where? Your A is there. This is where your A is. So how can you go about this question? How can you move? So this is what you are going to do. We concentrate on the north. So A is here. Then we get what? We get to see where B is. B is, this is the line going to what? Going to B. So I'm going to follow this line. This is the line that I'm going to follow. So I'll start from there. Then I'll say this is the angle that I want. So angles move clockwise direction. We get angles under bearings move in a clockwise direction. This is how we get to move. So meaning that we want to find the angle that is here. This is the angle that we are looking for. This is the angle that we are looking for. So now, how can we find that? We've got these two lines. Have you seen these two lines? These two lines means that these two angles are equal. These two angles are what? Are equal. So what you are going to do, you are going to say, okay, this is 40. Then you know that angles inside the triangle adds up to 180. So when you add this angle here, this angle there, and the angle there, you need to get a 180. So we already have a 40 there. So when I say 180 minus 40, what am I going to get? I'm going to get 140. So this 140 now is being shared by these two. It's being shared by these two. Have you seen these two? So when I divide 140 by 2, what am I going to get? I'm going to get a 70. Which means that here I've got 70. Even there I've got what? I've got 70. Have you seen the way I've done? Don't forget our thing that we want to formulate, or what we want to find. We want to find what? We want to find this angle that is there. So we found this part. Let us find this one here. So this one here, the angle that is here and the angle that gets to be there, these two must add up to 180. Even these two. Have you seen the way they are arranged? The angle there and the angle there, these two must add up to what? 180. the same applies here. So the angle that is here and the angle that is there, these two must add up to what? Must add up to 180 also. So this is what you need to know. So I'm going to explain this even as we get to move together. I'm going to explain everything so that you understand and get the necessary concept. This is what you need to do. So what are we going to do? What are we going to consider now? So what we are going to consider is that these two, since these two adds up to what? They add up to 180. So if I've got a 30 there, so 180 minus 30 is 150. So meaning there I've got what? 150. So I'm going to put my 150 there like this. So since you've got a 150 there, then you've got a 70 there. Then a complete turn adds up to 360. A complete turn adds up to what? 360. So what we are going to do is that we are going to say 150. This is what I'm going to say. 150 plus a 70 there. What is your answer? So this is 0. This is 12. Remember 1. Then we've got a 220. So it is a 220. Have you seen? So see, these two are giving us 220. So we subtract from 360 to find a complete turn. Have you seen? So when you subtract from 360, you say 360. This is paper 1. You're not allowed to use a calculator. So calculators are not allowed. So you say minus 220. This is 0. 6 minus 2, that is 4. Then a 1. Have you seen? So the answer there it is what? 140. So that is a 140 that is there. So it means that the bearing of B from A, the answer is what? 140. This is how you need to answer it. 140 degrees. So that is your what? That is your answer. That's how you need to solve that one. The 140 there. So that's how we need to solve that. Maybe you haven't understood the concept. Don't worry. Even as we move on, you are going to understand these principles that I'm trying to share with you. So these are simple principles that I'm sharing with you. You are going to understand this even as we get to move. Okay, so let us now move to B, part B. So part B, how can we answer this part? How can we answer this part? This is the part B. So what is part B saying? We want to find what? The bearing of O from B. Have you seen? The bearing of what? O. So O is here. This is where O is. So I just forgot to put it. O is supposed to be there. So these all things are not supposed to. Okay. So O was here on the diagram. This is where O is. So what I need to do on this, I find what am I told to find? I'm told to find the bearing of O from where? O from B. So where is B? B is here. So we always start with this north. You check the north. So we are going to start here. You meet O. O is where? O is here. So O from B means B to O. You are starting from where? You are starting from B. So which means that you are going to move from here. You move until you meet what? Until you meet O. This is what we want to find. So this is the angle here, which we want to find. This is the angle that we are looking for. Have you seen? This is the angle that we are looking for. So we've got a 40 here. We already have a 40 there. Let's just find this one that is here. Then we subtract from what? We subtract from 360, which is a complete turn. This is what I'm going to do. So I've already told you that the angle that is there and the angle that is there, these two, the way they are, they must give us what? 180. We must get the answer 180. This is how we need to do them. So the answer must be what? 180. So since I've got this one here, I've got this one here, 140. So 140 plus this one, I must get 180. So I just say 180 minus 140. I'm going to go to get a 40 there. Have you seen? Such that if I say 40 plus 140, I need to get 180. This is what you need to understand and get. So these are things that you need to know and understand. So then like this is a complete turn now. A complete turn. 40 plus 40, it is 80. So to find this one, what we are going to do is this. This is what we are going to do. I'm just going to say 3 sixty minus 80. This is what I'm going to do. So this is what you also must do, so that you find the what? You find the answer. So these are simple procedures that I'm showing you so that we all understand the concept. So I want everyone to get this, I want everyone to answer this. So here you just say you are saying minus. So what is your answer? Discover that your answer will be what? 280. This one will be your answer. So this is the answer to this question here, which is what? 280. So there the bearing is what? 280. Have you seen like this? So let me give you now how I was solving this. Let me show you how to go about this question, how I was finding these answers. There's what we call a language. So you need to know the language of bearings. So let me show you how I was solving this, and we look at some questions which we are going to practice together. So hope we've gotten something from this, but let us now look into the actual lesson. We see how I was coming up with these answers. So this is what we are going to do. So a language, so I'm going to put a simple thing here, which I'll say language to know. Language to do what? To know. This is the language to know. Under angles, so this will help you a lot. So what language are you supposed to know? So the language that you are supposed to know, the first one is like this. When you've got a triangle like this, this is your triangle. Then you see these lines like this. Have you seen? So when you see lines like this, this means that the angle, all these angles are equal. The angle that is there, the angle that is there, and the angle that is there, they are all what? They are all equal. This is what it means. So all these angles are equal. And don't forget this. You will not find a question that is straight like this. You see a triangle. In each and every question, you need to form your own triangle. You form your own triangle that you are able to see using the figures which are given. That's how you are supposed to do it. So, and the other triangle is the one that came in the question where it was saying like this. So this means that only these two, this angle and that angle are equal. Only these two angles are equal. This angle and that angle are equal. So these are what you need to know and understand. The other principle which I was using was a Z, like this, a Z. You look at a Z. Have you seen this is a Z? The angle that is there is equal to the angle that is there. So these are things that will help you understand bearings. So before we look at example 2, I want you to understand this, because in our example 2, we'll be generating this, we'll be understanding all these principles that I'm sharing with you. So if example 1 was difficult to understand, I believe example 2 won't be difficult to understand, because I'm going to deal with these same things which I'm explaining here. So these are what you need to know. These are what you need to get. So you've got, this is the one that you are having. We've said these two are equal. So let's say you've got a point. These 2 points are here. These 2 points are here. We've got a point here like this. Also another point here. Have you seen? So let me say this is point A. This is point what? This is point B. I want you to get this. So I've said under bearings, we put a north. So as long as in the question they are saying B and A. So at A, a straight north like this, a straight north, I say this is a north there. Even there, I generate a north. I say, okay, this will go straight. This is a what? This is a north like this. Have you seen the way I've done this? So, meaning that the angle that is there and the angle that is there, these two should add up to 180. Don't forget this. Have you seen the way these have been formed? The angle that is there and the angle that is there should add up to 180. Meaning that if you are given that this is 40, if the angle there is 40, then the angle there, since this one and that one should add up to 180, so meaning here you've got what? 140. Such that if you add this one and that one, you should get 180. This is another principle that you need to know. Have you seen? So this same figure that I've written here, if I try to extend this one like this, and extend this other one like this, have you seen the way I've done? If I try to extend this line and extend that line, this means that the angle that is here is equal to the angle that is there. I don't know if you can see a Z here that is being formed. There is a Z that has been formed now. So the angle that is there is equal to the angle that is there. And the other thing is that, and the angle here which is formed here is equal to that angle that is there. So I don't know if you've gotten this point. I know this point, someone has missed this point. This is how I started. Let me repeat. You've got 2 points. Get this. You've got how many points? 2 points. You've got a point here. You've got a point there. We also have another point. Okay, let me try to bring it in a different way. Like this. Let me try to bring it in a different way so that we don't master. So you've got a point here. This point is point A. The point that is there is point B. These are the 2 points that you are having. These are the 2 points that you are having. So here you put a north like this. Even there we put a what? A north. A north should just be like that, straight, pointing in that direction. Have you seen? You do this. So now, after doing this, I've told you that the angle there, this angle that is here, and the angle that is here, should add up to what? 180. This is what I said. So if you are given that here you've got 30, let's say here you've got 30. We are just assuming. Let's say here we've got 30. Which means that the angle that is here is what? What's the angle there? 150. Such that if you add these two, you need to get what? 180. That's the principle. So let me lap this so that you are not confused. Then I said that what if I extend this? When I extend this like this, I extend it. I also extend this one. Hope you are able to see a Z that I was talking about. There is a Z here, moving like this, also coming this other way. There is a Z that is being formed here. Have you seen that Z? So meaning the angle that is here is equal to the angle that is there. On the same diagram, the angle that is here is equal to the angle that is there. And this other one here is equal to that one that is up there. So these are principles that you need to know and understand. Let us now look at example 2. Let us look at example 2. We see if we are able to comprehend what I've said. If we are able to understand. Let us look at another example. Let us move to our example 2. This is our example 2 that we are having. So how can you answer this one? How can you go about this one? This is our example 2. Have you seen the way it is? What is the question saying? The question is saying, calculate the bearing of C from B. Then this other one is saying A from C. So these are the questions that we want to answer. How can you go about this one? So what you need to do, they are talking about what? C, B, and A. These are what they are talking about. So you do the same thing. You put a north there. This is what you're going to do. Even at B, you put a north like that. That is what you are going to do. That's the first thing that you need to do. That's the first thing that you need to do. So now, you find now, it is very easy for you to find this angle. Have you seen the way this one is? It is a straight line like that. So it is a what? It is a straight line. It is just a straight line. So since it is just a straight line like this, this one here, it is making a what? It is making a what here when you do here. This is making a what? A 90 degrees angle. then you know that 90 degrees angle, for you, if you've got this one, how can you find this other one? You just say 90 minus what? 90 minus the 62 that is there. What are you going to find? You're going to find a 28. So you're going to have a 28 that side. You're going to form a 28. So since you've got a 28 there, then you're able to find the angle that is there. You know that angles inside the triangle adds up to 180. So you're able to find the angle that is there. You say 128 plus 28. What are you getting? What are you going to get? You're going to get 150 what? 156. So this plus that is 156. Then you say 180 minus this. What are you going to get when you subtract from 180? What are you getting? So here you're going to get a 24. So which means that here you've got a what? You've got a 24. That is a 24 that we are able to see there. We've got a what? We've got a 24. That's a 24 that is there. So you've got a what? You've got a 24. That's a 24 that is there. You've got a 24. So now, the question, what is the question saying? What is the question saying? We calculate, we see what we are taught in the question. So what are we taught in the question? What are we taught? What are we taught in the question? We are taught to calculate what? C from B. From where? From B. So we are taught to calculate C from B. From B. From B. So you want to calculate C. From where? From B. Okay. So how can you do what? Here, you know that you want to find what? You want to find the bearing of C from B. How can you find that one? The bearing of what? The bearing of C from B. You are coming from B. So B is there. That's where your B is. So B from B. C from B. So you start from B, then you join the line C. This is the line C. This line here, it is C. Have you seen what you are going to do? So these are the steps you are going to find. So it is the angle that is there that you want to find. So bearing of C from B. C from B. B is here. So you start from the north there. You find what? C. The C that is there. So this is what you need to find. You want to find that angle. The angle that is there, that's the angle that we want to find. That's the angle that we want to find. So what I'm going to do is this. This is what I'm going to do. I know it is very easy for me to know the angle that is there. Very easy to know that angle that is there. I know that even here, there is a what? A 90 degrees angle. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say 90 minus a 24 that is there. Then what are you going to get? You're going to get what? You're going to get 66. So we've got a 66 that is there. That is a 66. So it's 66. So I'm able to work out everything. So how can I find the angle that is there? I'm just from telling you. If I extend this one like this, the angle that is here, which is a 66, and the angle that is there should add up to what? 180. What we are just from doing. Have you seen? So the angle that is there and the angle that is here should add up to what? Should add up to 180. So this one, the 66 that is here, and the B there, the angle there, should add up to what? 180. Since you've got this one, you just say 180 minus what? 66. So you remove from what? You remove from 180. What are you going to form? You're going to get a 114. 114 degrees. So this is your answer to that question. So this one, the answer is what? 114 degrees. This is how you answer it. Have you seen? This is how you get to answer such a question. So this is how you also need to work out that one. Then I move to this one. This one is very simple. It's saying A from C. You're coming from C, meeting what? A. From C. So start from C. Where is C? You always look at the north. Then you start from the north. This point, so move like this until you find what? A. So this is what you want to find. So from C, you move from there, you move in this manner like this until you meet the point C. This the A. This is the A that is there. So from C, you find the north. You find this is the north. Then you move like this. This is how you are going to move, and you find the point that is there. Have you seen the way I've moved? So which means I want to find this. So if you add this, you are going to get what? 90. So this is a complete turn. So from a complete turn, which is 3 skist, you know that a complete turn is what? 3 skist. So 3 skist minus, if you add this, you are going to get a 90. So 3 skist minus 90, what are you getting? You are getting 270. So you are going to get a 270. So a 270 that is there, that is your answer. So we've answered also this question. This is how you need to answer this question. This is how you need to go about this question. Hope you are able to get something from here. Make sure you understand all these things that I'm trying to show you. So these are strategies in which you need to be answering these questions. This is how you need to be answering all this work that I'm doing here. Let us look at another example. We look at the third example, then I give you an exercise that you are going to practice. So let us look at the last example, then I give you an exercise that you are going to practice. So let us look at another example. Our third example. Have you seen? This is the example which we are given. This is the example that we are having. So this is our last example. So if you didn't get example 1, example 2, I believe you are going to get this one. So these are just simple ones. Just need to understand principles. So once you understand the principle that I'm following, then you'll be able to handle each and every question that you may find in an exam. So everything, all the questions that you're going to find in an exam under bearing, they are all going to come from here. This is how questions are going to be. So we've got this question that is saying calculate the bearing of T from L. So we want to calculate the bearing of T from L. So how can you calculate the bearing of T from L? So T from L, how can you calculate that? So what you need to do here, where there are these, you put these things here. I'm just from telling you, there is the letters there, you put the north there. So even here you put a north, so that things become easy like that. Have you seen? So the first question, you are taught to find what? To find the bearing of, you are taught to find what bearing? You are taught to find the bearing of, this is the bearing you are taught to find. The bearing of T from L. So the bearing of T from L. So where is your L? Your L is here. This is your L. So are you going to start from here? No. You check the north. This is the north. So you're going to start from here. Then you know that angles move in which direction? Angles, bearing will get to move in this direction. This is how bearings move. So bearings will move like this. This is how bearings will move in a clockwise direction. This is how bearings get to move. So the angle that you want, L, you meet T. T from L. So you start at L, you are going to start at the north. Don't start here. You start at the north. You can start from here. So we are going to talk about this same angle like this. So this is the angle that you want to find. They're saying T from L. So L, you start from there. You move like this until you meet T. This T now. So the angle that you want to find, this is the angle that is there. So this is something like a complete turn. Have you seen? So what you need to do is to find the angle that is there. Once you find the angle that is there, then you just subtract from 180. Then you are done. So that's how you need to work out this. So how can you find the angle that is there? I'm just from telling you that the angle that is there and the angle that is there, these two, have you seen the way they are? As long as there is a north there, you're able to see. and here this one is going to a north there, which means that these two should add up to what? Should add up to 180. So how are you going to find the angle that is there? How can you find the angle that is there? How can you find the angle that is there? What you are going to do is that this is what you are going to do. You are going to say 180 minus that one there. This is what you are going to do. So what answer are you getting? What answer are you going to get? So when you say 180, let's do this. 180 minus the 123 there, you say minus 123. What are you getting? You do this. Here this one becomes 7, 10. Here you are going to have 7. 7 minus 2, you are going to have 57. So 57 is your answer. So meaning the angle that is here is what? 57. So once you know the angle that is there, then it is very easy for you to find the angle when we are talking about the complete turn. So a complete turn is 3/60. Have you seen? This is 3/60. So since we know this one, we are just going to say that this is a complete turn is what? 3/60 minus this one that is there, which is 57. Have you seen? This is what you are going to do. This is what we get to do. So 3/60 minus 57, you are going to get 303. So that is your answer. You are done. So this is what you were taught to find. This is what you were taught to find. So just like that, you are done. Just need to understand this part. You get the concept, then everything becomes easy. So I want you to get this, and I want you to understand this in a proper way. You understand it clearly. This should be very simple. So the same way I'm doing this, this is the same way you need to be covering all these steps that I'm doing. So I move to this other one. This is what? T from K. So we want to find the bearing of what? T from K. You are starting where? You are starting at K. Where are you starting? You are starting at what? K. So your K is here. This is the north. So K is here. Going to what? T. I've told you that you can't move like this. They move in a clockwise direction. You know how a clock moves like this. So T is here. Have you seen? This is your K, I mean. Your K is there. The T is there. So this is K. From K. So T from K. So it's just the same as K to T. Have you seen? You are starting at K. You are starting at what? K. So starting at K, this is your K. Joining T, which is this one. So the angle they are talking about is this angle. Just this angle that they are talking about. So these are things that you need to do. So just this angle that they are talking about, just this simple angle. How can you find that? You look at what you are given. You know this one. You know this whole thing. So you just say, if you add these two, then you subtract from 360, a complete turn. You subtract from 360, you are going to find the angle there. After you find the angle which is there, then you know that these two adds up to what? 180. So if you know this one, you just say 180 minus the angle that will be there. Then you find that one. This is what we are going to do. This is what we are going to cover. So these are things that we need to do. These are things that we need to cover. So let's make sure that we know all these procedures that I'm telling you. Let's make sure we know all these things. Let's make sure that we get the concept. We understand. The main thing here is to understand the concept. When you just understand the concept, then everything will be very easy. So you just need to understand the concept. So you say you add. So this was the first answer. 303 was for that one. We move to this one, T from K. I've told you this is the angle that we need to find. So how can you go about that one? How can you handle that one? This is how you are going to handle that one. So you are going to say, you add these two. 123 plus 110. What are you getting? This is 3. This is 3. This is 2. You are going to get what? 233. So that you are going to get a 233. So then you say 360. This is 233 when you add these. Since you want to find that one, a complete turn, 360. So this part is missing. I say 3 60 minus 233. Have you seen? I say 3 60 minus 233. This is what I'm going to do. So this one, 5. This one is 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 5 minus 3, that is 2. Here I'm going to get 120 what? 127. So I'm going to have a 127, which means that this 127, it is where it is there. This is where 127 is. This is where I'm having what? 127. So the angle there is 127. Since this angle is 127, then I'm told to find this one. Then I know that these two should add up to 180. These two should add up to 180. You know that this is 127. How can you find this one? You just say 360, I mean 180. 180 minus 127. You know that these two should add up to 180. So you just say 180 minus 127. So you're going to say 180 minus 127. That's what you are going to do. You're going to get, so you say, okay, I want to find this one that is here. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do that 180. This is what I'm going to do. 180 minus what? 127. So here, when you subtract, you are getting 53 degrees. So it means that is the answer for that one. So it is what? 53 degrees. So these are the answers that we need to do. This is how you need to work out this one. This is how you need to work out that one. So I've taught you how to answer these. Let's make sure we practice all the concepts that I've done here. Let's put this into practice. We practice the concept, you do all the needful, everything that is supposed to be done. So let's make sure we do this. So let me give you an exercise that we are now going to do. I give you an exercise that you are going to practice. Let me give you an exercise that you are going to practice. So this is the exercise that you need to practice. Let me give it to you. So let me love this part. I give you an exercise that you are going to practice. Then you know that you need to submit this work in my inbox. Let me give you an exercise. This is the exercise that I want you to answer. So this is the exercise. You can copy this exercise. This is the exercise that I want you to answer. Copy this exercise. Copy this work. Copy. So even like this, you can copy this. Hope you are able to see. This is A, this is B, this is C. This is 141, this is 255 degrees, this is 35 degrees. This is the north, that is the north, and this is the question. Copy this work. This is a simple work that I want you to answer. This is a simple work that I want you to answer. Have you seen? So copy this. I'll give you 20 seconds for you to copy this. So make sure you copy this in your exercise book. Be copying even as I'm speaking like this, so that you be copying. Copy this in your exercise. Hope you are able to see all the numbers. So copy this. Understand this work. Copy this. Copy this in your book. Hope you are able to see everything. Hope you are able to see everything. So the B that is here, this point is B, not that this angle here is B, no. This point here, it is B. Just didn't have where to write this. So the B here, the point there is B. The point there, it is C. The point there, it is what? It is A. So these are the points. So I want you to answer this work, answer this work, answer this, answer this. Answer this work. I'm waiting for your answers in my inbox. Answer this work. So let's practice this work. Let's practice this work. Let's practice this work. This is a simple work. With the little information that I've shared, you are able to answer this. So let's practice this. I'm waiting for your work. Thank you. So hope you've subscribed to my YouTube channel. The reason why I'm saying this, there are people that have not subscribed. So let's make sure we all subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to like the video. Thank you.